and then we'll come down here.
Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much, Guru. Really appreciate what you've put on for us all today. Thank you very much. G'day, everyone.
G'day.
G'day.
Thank you. What a lovely day it is to be Australian. However, I am sure, as most of you are aware, it has been a challenging 2 years. We have endured to what amounts to the greatest attempt of psychological warfare history may have ever seen. Let us acknowledge and thank the traditional owners of this land. You are a part of this just as much as we are. Please record this message and share it to all the men and women of this magnificent country. Let us begin with the last post to be heard. Please arise for this, followed by a minute's silence. As this stage is set, you are already facing towards the tomb of our unknown soldier. Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
This is the gravity of our situation. My brother and I are from Victoria, and I am sure you are all aware of the atrocities that have been committed upon us in Melbourne. I have been to so many demonstrations that I have personally lost count. My brothers and sisters have been fired upon, arrested, and injured. We know this to be true. In this truth, we have collectively sacrificed our livelihoods, our jobs, our friends, our families, and our reputations to discover who we truly are. Through this discovery, we have found remarkable, genuine, and kind people from all walks of life. Look around. This is all of you and everyone listening. We have witnessed division subversion, and distrust towards one another in the greatest movements Australia has ever seen. We all know something is wrong. We can all feel something is wrong. We can all see that something is very, very wrong. We have all come here today seeking an answer, seeking remedy, seeking guidance, but most of all, to seek the truth. Our Anzac are our truth. A memorial set in stone within every town of this magnificent country commemorates this, commemorating what is truly sacred to us all. Whatever the future holds, we must bring our Anzac with us. Their devotion to this country and our people, with which they paid in blood to give their today for our tomorrow. 63,000 men in their sacrifice laid the foundations of our sovereignty and to bestow free choice and the opportunity to carve our own future as one people, as one nation, as the Commonwealth of Australia under God. We must nourish this spirit and come together to fulfill our promise to our children and grandchildren and gift them the inheritance we were so fortunate to once receive. Whether this house behind you, whether on these lawns in front of me, the leaders we have among us, or the representatives of our people across this country, we must come together and be led truly by our forefathers, lest we forget. There is talk of raising a new flag. There is talk of voting in an alternative political party. There is talk of illegal crimes being committed upon our innocent, peaceful people. Do we want our children being groomed? Do we all just kumbaya until all our children are forcibly injected? Do we wait until our currency is devalued and we are made destitute in our own homes?
No.
Do we wait for them to pillage the natural mineral wealth and abundance of this land and sea until there is nothing left? What the fuck are they doing to us?
Genocide.
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
When does this stop?
And we say stop.
A valiant effort has been mounted to unite our people. We have witnessed our brothers and sisters rise to this occasion and travel here to Canberra from all corners of this beautiful country. What started as a movement of a few dozen people has grown to be the largest political demonstration in Australian history. Week on week, we turn up.
Yeah.
Week on week, we grow stronger together. You did this. You made this happen. For this, we thank you. But our struggle is far from over. This flag, our flag, the 1901 Red Ensign with the six-pointed star is our standard, our history, the symbology of the ultimate sacrifice of our Anzac. Our Anzac united Australia under this flag. Whether Indigenous or white, our ancestors gave us this flag to uphold sovereignty within this realm and our great Commonwealth. Raising this flag in this territory, however, carries with it very real warnings and very real consequences. And regardless of our ignorance, it signifies to our occupiers, our belligerents, and the declaration of war. This, however, is not our intention, and we, as we are aware, are peaceful and a non-violent movement. Even though our occupiers have fired the first shots upon us, we refuse to stoop to the low levels of these pedophile protectors.
Amen.
I come to you today not to take significance away from this movement here in Canberra, but to bolster our collective understanding of our history, to tell you that there is a time and a place for peace and a time and a place for war. This territory we stand upon now, we must remain completely peaceful and never have any intention for war, as we lose to risk everything gained from our Anzac sacrifice.
Exactly right.
We must unite our people. We must stand with our Anzac and defend the memory of their sacrifice. This cannot be achieved here in this territory or in front of that evil, corrupted abomination of a building we call Parliament House on this hill. This is not our hill to die on. We must unite our communities, the men and women in our towns. We must gather at our memorials, and we must remember our fallen and raise a movement so large, so significant, that we show these criminals in power that we are in fact united as one under this great commonwealth, under this ensign that our diggers sacrificed their lives for. We must flood the arteries of the country and descend upon the shrine of remembrance, our shrine of remembrance, that within itself is set our foundation stone, the foundation stone we inherited. We must unite under our Anzac. It is the only way we can succeed in our endeavours. Here in this territory, our people are being attacked every day by the evil that surrounds us. As I said previously, this is not our hill to die on. We have shown these corrupt traitors who we are, and now we must stand within that light and defend our birthright, our inheritance, not only for the sake of our Anzac, but the sake of our children and their children to come. There is talk of us leaving and going home and to return to this shithole on the 29th of March. Whether you choose to stay or leave, what will this achieve that we haven't already achieved in the past 3 weeks? Some of us are exhausted. Some of us are tired. Some of us miss our families. But we must raise our spirits and stand at our shrine, the shrine of remembrance. We fulfilled our achievement of the convoy to Canberra. We have united this great nation under one common goal against one common enemy. We must now deploy the men and women of this magnificent nation to counter this embedded tyranny within our country and seek sanctuary on our sacred ground. Let us embark upon a great Commonwealth convoy, the great Commonwealth convoy, and unite our people at our shrine. Let our true leaders show their allegiances on that sacred ground. Whoever you may follow, tell them to be there. Let them show clarity to anyone who has doubt. When you go back to your communities and towns, gather at your memorials and unite our people. This is the 11th hour. We must convoy our people down the Princes Highway from north, east and west and descend upon the King's Domain in Melbourne and amass our countrymen and women at this truly holy place. We must forge our sovereignty into the pre-written history of this magnificent country. You will be the ones remembered for defending our ancestors' blood sacrifice. Raise this great Commonwealth convoy under our red ensign, and if we sit and wait, it may already be too late. I will be standing at the Shrine of Remembrance on the 29th of March. I hope you, my brothers and sisters, are standing shoulder to shoulder by my side. Thank you for being here today, your time, and for listening to my words. Lest we forget.
What an amazing Australian son. What's your name again before everyone wants to know? What's your name again?
My name's Michael, but that's not important.
I know, but it's okay. Just your first name, Michael. Congratulate again, Michael. What a great speech. How rousing was that? That is absolutely beautiful, guys. We've got Dave down here all the way from Queensland. Just going to do a few numbers, and he's made the decision to stand